Paper cup base. Wrap the yarn around your fingers like this, working into a magic ring. In round 1, start with 1 chain stitch. Insert hook into the ring, hook the yarn, and pull up loop. Then yarn around the hook, and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's a chain stitch. The chain stitch won't be counted into the number of stitches. Then work 8 single crochets. If you are not familiar with the basic stitches, you can refer to the tutorial videos and do some practice with the practice yarn in the kit. Insert hook into the magic ring, hook the yarn and pull up loop. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then yarn around the hook and pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. That's a single crochet. Such a V shape on the side stands for 1 stitch. We need to place a marker in the first stitch of every round. Through the underneath of the V shape. Continue to work 7 more single crochets. Insert hook into the ring, hook the yarn and pull up loop. 2 loops on the hook now. Yarn and hook, pull through both loops on the hook. The second single crochet is done. Let's continue. Eight V's stand for 8 single crochets. Pull the yarn tail to find the yarn which moves first. And then pull it tight to close the ring. Cut off this yarn tail. Put the hook into the loop, tighten it. Then work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch. It won't be counted into the number of stitches. Insert hook into this marked stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up loop. Then pull the first loop through the second loop on the hook. That's 1 slip stitch. Round 1 is done. In round 2, start with 1 chain stitch. Yarn and hook, pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's one chain stitch. Then work 8 increases. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. First, work 1 single crochet in the previous marked stitch. Also, mark the first stitch of every round. Then, work 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. That's one increase. Continue to work 7 more increases. We need to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Insert hook into this marked stitch, hook the yarn and pull up loop. Then pull the first loop through the second loop. Round 2 is done. In round 3, start with 1 chain stitch. Then work set of 1 single crochet 1 increase for 8 times. First, 1 single crochet. Insert hook into the first stitch, hook the yarn and pull up loop. Yarn hook, pull through both loops. Also mark the first stitch. Next, 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Okay, 1 single crochet and 1 increase are finished. 1 set is done. Keep working 7 more sets. We work 1 single crochet and 1 increase as 1 set. Finally, work one snip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 3 is done. Break yarn, yarn tail round hook and pull the tail out. Use a yarn needle to conceal the yarn tail, and finally cut off excess end. Thread the yarn tail through a needle. Use a yarn needle to conceal the yarn tail. Cut off excess end.